Hello pilots and welcome back to another X-Wing flight video brought to you by Out of Arc Gaming. As always, my name is Phil and we haven't forgot how to play a normal game. We just got so excited with Flight Academy, but we have a 20-point extended game for you today with myself versus Ben, Resistance versus Empire, and when we have Resistance, we only call on one person to join us, and that is...
Jay. I'm usually the first person Phil messages when there is a Resistance game going on. And I'm glad he did, because I don't use the bomber a whole lot, and Ben has brought two of them.
Yeah, he did have to ask me to borrow one, but I was just like, you know what, it's absolutely fine. As long as you let me win, you can use it. So we'll see if he's stuck with that promise. But yeah, two bombers on the table is pretty cool. Did you want to let us know what is in that bomber?
Yeah, so Ben's whole list is Paige Tico in the bomber with Heroic, Pattern Analyzer, Perceptive Copilot, Veteran Turret Gunner, and Proton Bombs. Got Ello Asty in the X-Wing with Swarm Tactics, Predator, and S-Foils. Temmin Wexley, I believe that is the boosting Temmin.
It is, yes.
With Predator, M9G8, Astromech, S-Foils, and a Jamming Beam. And rounding off the list is Vennie in the other bomber, which I think is the painted bomber, the darker one.
Vennie is the regular bomber.
Other way around. Vennie's in the regular one, Paige is in the painted one. Vennie has a Perceptive Copilot, Veteran Turret Gunner, his own Proton Bombs, and delayed fuses. And he is up against you. What did you bring along?
Yeah, so I basically just decided I wanted to have a bit of fun, and I'd been speculating about a double defender gauntlet because you can fit that in a list now. So I've got the Battle Over Endor Colonel Jendon, who has no escape, push the limit, proton cannons, and computer assisted handling. My favourite defender now, Captain Yorr, also Battle Over Endor, with no escape, predator, ion cannon, and computer assisted handling. And then Gar Saxon in the gauntlet with marksmanship, Captain Hart, veteran tail gunner, proton bombs, contraband cybernetics, delayed fuses, and the swivel wing title. Because I wanted few ships but lots of health and hopefully some good damage output there. And
but then you've come up against Salvage Mission.
Yeah, which wasn't ideal. To be honest, Salvage is not a list that is when you're running shit
great for the defenders. Gar Saxon will probably be okay with it, but he's only one ship.
Yeah, the defenders they like to still have the boost and barrel roll as an option. So Salvage. Let's not be around the bush. It's not. I don't think it's anyone's favourite mission, but you know what? It's not a bad mission. I don't mind it. It just presents a challenge. I'll just have to shoot stuff more instead.
I do like that Spitfire-looking Paige Tico. That's cool.
That is a pretty cool paint job on there, and it feels a little bit sad with my unpainted one next to it, but again.
I still like the design of the unpainted one, though.
Yeah, I think it's really cool. I see a lot of memes about it saying how the Resistance swapped like faster moving Y-wings for slow.
They're built for different things.
Yeah, absolutely built for different things.
So we have had Temmin target lock Vennie to get the M9G8 reroll. So Vennie now has Perceptive Copilot and at least one reroll, potentially two shots with the Veteran Turret Gunner. Vennie is pretty loaded up already to do some damage.
Vennie's pretty sad. I mean, Veteran Turret Gunner on these two is insane because they've got the normal forward arc and then they've got the bow tie arc as well. So if you just keep that potentially in the front back, you can be double tapping out the front all day long. It is very strong, and you know what? You've got 12 health on that thing as well, so it's not going to go down super easy.
A primary attacking because it has a primary arc, you can have them both points in the same way.
Yeah,
I
because
haven't
of
considered that. That's all right. I mean, it does have to be against different targets, but okay.
No, it's just doesn't
Yeah,
have to be different
your
targets.
bonus attack has to. Oh no, it has to be a gun that's different. Sorry,
Yeah,
I'm
it has
doing
to be.
this.
Yeah, you're using. I'm
There's
just
definitely an
rearranging
upgrade
it.
like that.
Yeah, so after you perform a primary attack, you may perform a bonus turret attack using a turret indicator you did not already attack from this round. So, which is
So
why if you've got the
it's a
bow
double
tie,
tapping, 3 then 2 die attack with a couple of focus tokens and 1 reroll for each attack.
yeah. And if you get really desperate, heroic on Paige Tico.
Okay. First, I
So,
wasn't entirely sure why Ello Asty bothered to take swarm tactics, but now I get it, because bumping Vennie up from a 2 to a 5 to launch off that attack, making sure you
Yeah.
have those focus tokens, absolutely.
Suddenly you've gone from having 3 to 5 shots at initiative 5, and Temmin at initiative 4, which is no slouch. I mean, if Ben has, as he does this round, has initiative, he's got 3 ships that shoot before 2/3 of my list.
The other bit of synergy that I've just found in Ben's list is Vennie's ability of, while you defend, if the attacker is in a friendly ship's turret arc, you may add 1 focus result to your roll. So Vennie is clearly the big target because he's a threat now. But if you're ignoring Paige, Vennie's trickier to kill.
Absolutely. And again, both Vennie and Paige are 6 points.
There is a lot of synergy in Ben's list. I really like this.
I knew you would like it. I absolutely, as soon as Ben showed me this list, I was like, he's biased to resistance as it is, but I know some people find this really cool.
I mean, you don't even have to bump up Vennie with that, because Paige has the same Perceptive Copilot turret gunner combo.
Yeah. But with a gauntlet coming at it, that's 4 ships facing right at it that all get to shoot before Gar Saxon.
Yeah. Okay, so tell me about Gar Saxon. Why did you pick him? Why those upgrades?
So Gar Saxon, I don't know. I really like the idea of having a gauntlet, and Gar Saxon, he fit within the points bracket that I needed. I like his ability. So while a friendly unit at range 0 to 2 performs a primary attack, if the attacker is in the defender's rear arc, you may spend 1 charge. If you do, the attacker rolls 1 additional die.
So you're kind of giving up maneuver to friendlies nearby.
Yeah, so if I can trigger that, that's really good.
Okay.
Obviously, you've got Captain Hark on there. After you fully execute a red maneuver, if you're not focused, you may spend 1 charge to gain 1 focus token, which is really handy.
I mean, any action whilst you're stressing or a way to stop stress so you can take an action is brilliant.
Yeah.
Or always has been.
Yeah, and obviously Contraband Cybernetics is another way of sort of getting around that as well.
Yeah, so you got essentially 3 turns of just staying put and focusing, or doing a red and focusing, basically.
Yeah, and then obviously you've got the Veteran Tail Gunner, so if I can get in the middle of them.
Is that a shot from Jendon?
That's a shot from Jendon with Proton Cannons.
No, Proton Cannons are extended, aren't they?
Proton Cannons are standard.
No, you're right. It's that not many ships can take them because it's a double cannon slot, isn't it?
Double cannon slot.
That's why I don't do much. So remind me how they work? Because that's a lot of dice.
So basically, you can shoot them at range 2 to 3. Okay. You spend 2 charges to do so, and there is a 4 dice shot. And you can change a blank or a focus up to a crit with that. Now, I need to double check, but I think I may have done that slightly wrong. Focus or a hit up to a crit. If you've got marksmanship, that is absolutely brilliant. I just need to double check one thing with Jendon and his ability.
Okay, whilst you are checking that, it looks like we are going over to Paige, probably first.
Yes, I think it is going to be Paige first, long range shot. So I thought that I'd done the Chiss engineering wrong, but I hadn't, so I'd actually spent a shield to give Proton Cannons a range 1 bonus, so that's why it was 5 dice. Which is very powerful.
Yeah. That's not with any support from other ships, is it? That's just on its own.
That's just on its own.
I guess the only thing is that the Proton Cannons spend 2 charges, so you can't do that every turn.
No, because they are
You just
very...
have to make do with his regular 3 die attack in between.
Oh, absolutely.
What a shame for you.
Oh, and there is some more damage going into Gar-Saxon there, but so far, only 2 shields. That's not too bad. So it's just
you'd think with such a bulky ship that you would at least live 1 engagement, but Ben has, I think, everyone shooting at you, even if some of them are range 3.
Yeah, he's got no other shots elsewhere, so I mean, you're looking at what the 2 T-70s have got 3 dice apiece.
There's a lot of attacks coming towards him.
Yeah, I think it works out at 16 dice being thrown at Gar-Saxon.
Is that right?
So you think it's 5 dice each for the bombers, 3 for primary, 2 for the veteran turret shot. So that's 5 each there, and then 3 from each X-wing. That's 16 dice in total that'll eventually be thrown at him.
Fair enough.
With Perceptive Copilot, MG9A, M9G8.
Yeah, these are some pretty heftily modified shots coming your way.
Yeah. So having only taken 2 damage so far is not bad. And I think that might actually... Yeah, it looks like that's all of Ben's shooting. So I've done... Unless he hasn't...
I feel like there should be some more shooting to go, because you've still got health.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Did I blink and miss something? Oh, I guess I did.
I'm not sure, but that's Yorr shooting into...
Or did he forget to swarm tactics Vennie up?
Maybe, but Vennie's got no focus tokens.
He got shot at. Did he spend one? Maybe he did. Maybe he just missed all the shot. Yeah, sorry, I wasn't really looking at the dice.
I mean, I don't think Ben would have missed shots. I think maybe I just got incredibly lucky there.
Maybe. Also interesting that no one has gone for objectives so far.
No, we do have one objective picked up, and I believe, looking at the cards there, I think it might be Ello that's picked up an objective.
Oh, you're right. Ello does have one. Yes.
Yeah, just tucked under.
Which makes sense because the bombers are moving forward to do the damage, so they want their actions.
Yeah.
You don't want Snap having one because you miss out on his ability because it's the free boost, which is brilliant. Yeah. So it makes sense to grab one with Ello, who can sit at the back, swarm tactics up people, and he's got a predator reroll at least in that round.
Absolutely. I mean, he's solid, so you don't have to really worry about him. Now he's got one. In all honesty, I'm aiming for those bombers more than anything else because they are, whilst T-70s are scary, those bombers, their output, if they get their tricks up.
But as you can see on Vennie, they don't have much defense. Especially after a hull breach, because he's also got that damage sensor array and a fuel leak. Yeah. A fuel leak and a hull breach together is not what you want to see.
That's almost a death sentence. So,
I mean, for anything with less health than Vennie currently has, yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
also, interesting that Ben has not tried to fix the hull breach. He's just like, you know what? I'm probably going to die this round. I'm just going to take my shot.
Well, I mean, what he's going to do is hope that Jendon doesn't take Vennie out with one ridiculous shot, and then just swarm tactics Vennie up so Vennie shoots before Yorr and Saxon. So again, I don't know if when Ben was planning this list, he was thinking, look, if one of the bombers if Vennie starts taking lots of damage, I can still boost them up to a 5 with swarm tactics, or if that's just a happy coincidence there.
On cloud getting in your way.
Yeah. I tell you what, I've been really enjoying flying defenders. I really have. I know obviously I flew Yorr through the entirety of Flight Academy, but it's just been nice to fly them again and feel like
They've got a great design to them as well. Like you look at it, you go, "Oh, that's an Imperial ship."
Yeah, that's an Imperial ship, and not only that, it's like actually that's quite a scary Imperial ship. So it's definitely, you can definitely tell that in like the small base ships for Imperials, that's right at the top of the pecking order when it comes to this is a ship that knows what it wants to do. And with the Chiss engineering getting the target lock instead of the evade, I like that. It would have been nice to see that as an option, as a different config for.
Yeah, it would be nice to have some of the like pack specific upgrades as their own upgrades that you can put on other people. Like some of them, it makes sense to have on specific pilots, sure, but yeah, stuff like that would be nice to be able to share around.
Yeah, and that does kind of obviously lead us on a little bit to the elephant in the dogfight there. Obviously, we haven't really said much about it, but with AMG's announcement of them winding down X-Wing under their care, obviously we wanted to put it out there that we're not stopping X-Wing content anytime soon. So whilst we have players wanting to play X-Wing, whilst we have the people out there who are watching these videos, which we absolutely love, we thank you so much for. Whilst you guys are watching the videos, enjoying it, liking it, commenting, we're still going to be bringing you X-Wing content regularly. We'll still be doing Flight Academy. We've got Mario Kart in the works. We're looking at getting our own Battle of Endor videos up. So X-Wing is still going to have a home on this channel. When the community comes out with how they're going to steward the game post AMG, we're gonna wholeheartedly give it a go and see what it's like. And we're very excited for that. And X-Wing isn't going anywhere for us.
I mean, previously, like Fantasy Flight dropped, I think it was Netrunner, and that's still going by the community. So there's still hope.
And
but
the people
now we have Vennie taking even more damage.
2 more fuel leaks, in fact. Which is
hilarious. Yeah, so a fuel leak came out, and the extra card was also a fuel leak.
Yes.
How was he alive?
Because that second card, because they don't actually interact with each other, because it was already drawn. So if Vennie does take another crit, when Vennie takes another crit, it's not going to be good. But let's see if Saxon can survive. Oh, that's big. Spend the focus while you got it. Let's see what my crit is.
Oh,
and it's a hull breach as well, because who doesn't love a hull breach?
How is it that as soon as we get the big ships back on the board, hull breaches turn up again?
I honestly don't know. Myself and Ben
Because I feel like it didn't show up that much in the most recent Flight Academy, but like direct hits were all over the place.
Direct hits were all over the place. I think may have seen 1 or 2 hull breaches, but there's a direct hit, which is then set to panic pilot. Oh, Perceptive Copilot is just working its absolute socks off here.
It's one of the best upgrades. It's one of the best upgrades that not anyone, but the most ships can take, kind of thing.
Yeah, if they can afford it. 8 points is a lot. We now have Hull Breach, Direct Hit, Panic Pilot, Blinded Pilot, and a double loose stabilizer on Garth Saxon. He is alive with 2 health
But not to
currently.
be, because if he survives, you can still Captain Hark to get a focus.
Absolutely. And contraband cybernetics as well.
I
So,
think you'd be on contraband cybernetics at this point.
well, you still ignore the stress you have at that when you make a move. But here we go. I get to shoot back now, so Yorr is going to take advantage of the fact that he's got a focus. As will Vennie, so that's a hit crit, so that's at least 3 damage going through.
I mean, that's got to kill him, right? Because that's triggering a fuel leak, surely, somewhere in there.
Well, it's a hit and a crit going through, so it's triggering a fuel leak. Yeah,
There's a lot of cards there. He must be gone. Yeah,
dead. We just reminded Ben that you got a whole breach, mate. All of those are face up.
But for trading Vennie, he has managed to get a lot of damage into Gar Saxon with no damage elsewhere in his list.
Yeah, absolutely.
And chances are he will take out Gar Saxon next turn.
Oh yeah, if Gar Saxon survives one more turn, it would be a miracle. Gar Saxon is now just there to block and get in the way.
And maybe try and drop a bomb.
I mean, when you've got them, why not drop them?
I mean, you've got the swivel wing, so you could cybernetic. No, because you got to drop the bomb first, haven't you? I was going to wonder if you could turn around and drop a bomb.
I mean, that would be amazing, but that's 1.0 rules.
Yeah, that's what Paige could do. You kill her, and she goes, "You know what? I'll just drop a bomb here."
Yeah, or Nim with the Havoc and Genius, or Genius. Yeah, get Havoc and get Genius.
Oh no, I'm thinking of a different. Who's the bomber pilot who can put a bomb like touching their base? There is one. There might be. Again, I don't tend to use these bombers, so I do get them mixed up a little bit.
Yeah, I think I've only used the bomber like once or twice as a bit of a laugh.
It's the thing of like, they're decent ships, but if you really want to drop bombs, you either run the Y-Wings or you run these with the trajectory simulator.
Yeah, but if you have trajectory simulator
behind themselves, they're not that good at it.
Yeah. So obviously when you put trajectory simulator on there, that's a lot of points, and it sort of makes you go, I either take trajectory simulator and bombs, or I can take Perceptive Copilot.
Yeah. And I do like this combo that Ben has with the Perceptive Copilot and the Veteran Turret Gunner. It's an interesting use of points.
Yeah.
There goes Saxon.
So what I did there was I went, I'm going to do a bendy maneuver. It's fine. I've got 2 health, and it was a direct hit. Because I had a whole breach. So suddenly...
Stabilize them.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's always that moment where loose stabilize, like, oh, that's in the worst possible time.
Yeah. Loose stabilizer is brutal. So what was...
Wait, what? Nice... K-turn from a defender, what?
Who would ever do a K-turn as a defender?
What a surprise.
I know. Again, I love the defenders so much.
It's a simple minute. It's why I like using Ray in the Falcon, because you can just keep slooping.
Yeah. It's slightly predictable, but at the same time...
I mean, it's predictable, but it's like, yeah, sure, you know where I'm going to do, what I'm going to do, but what are you going to do about it?
Yeah, which, right here, you know what? Perfect. Absolutely brilliant there from Ben.
But Ben did grab that objective early on, and he's creeping ahead on the points now.
Yeah, and he's just taken another objective, so... I mean, a big 7 points for Gar Saxon, and 2 turns with objectives, putting him up to 9. Yeah. And T-17...
I'm curious why he picked up that objective, because you dropped a proton bomb there.
Temmin has just picked up that objective.
Right, but the proton bomb deals a crit, correct?
The proton bomb has a delayed fuse on it.
Oh, you delayed it. I don't know what that was.
I was worried about my defenders.
Yeah, I was going to
And-
say, because if it's blowing up this round, it will deal a crit, and then Temmin drops the thing he just picked up anyway.
Which would have been amazing. Absolutely brilliant, but... Yeah, it's just...
I mean, it still might catch him. He can't do his free
Yeah.
boost now that he's holding it.
True, and it'd be... I don't think he can get himself out of the way.
Yeah. Oh,
And-
that's... See, the first K turn, I was like, okay, that seems pretty good. That one,
Don't worry,
I'm not so sure on.
we have tricks for this.
Yeah, I guess you can barrel roll.
We've got the computer-assisted handling, which gives us a free boost or barrel roll.
Oh, yeah, you can boost around as well.
So, I mean, we're going to get shot by two things. Technically three, because of veteran turret gunner. So there's the computer-assisted handling charge flipped.
Does that give you a shot? It's difficult to tell from here.
I'm pretty sure that does give me a shot, but that's actually... So currently that was 2 free actions. Now it's time for my actual actions, which, whilst I've guaranteed a shot there, I've definitely put myself in range 1 of Paige. And now do I push the limit to get rid of that stress and turn it into a straight?
I
wouldn't.
don't think you take a strain when you're going to be taking that many shots.
Yeah. But I do, because I'm a fool.
Oh, okay.
We'll see how that plays.
Yeah.
It's one of the downsides when I watch my own games back. I'm there like, oh, I would definitely do this right now. And then half the time...
What am I doing?
Half the time, I'm thinking, oh, this would be a great move. And then I do the absolute opposite. I'm like, in the moment, Phil is silly. Future Phil knows more about how to play. And this going into Ello. I haven't spent the time only getting
not the best from a range 1 target lock attack.
Yeah. Unfortunately, No Escape was not live.
Yeah, I mean, you got a shield. It's not a complete miss, but yeah, not what you want.
So, I mean,
who's next? I
so
guess.
it will be...
Well, potentially... well, not Temmin, so either Paige or Ello. I'm not sure which one that's going to be first.
I mean, it's a good one. It's a good one. That's 2 shields down on the Jendon there.
So potentially that could have been 1 shield.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we'll see how useful not having the stress is.
Well, that's shielded crit.
Ooh.
So already kind of wishing that I
mean, defenders can tank a lot, but when the dice are doing that, not really.
Yeah.
And then a 4, yeah, okay.
Spend that, Jendon's dead. That's a big 7 points.
Yeah.
And now I have 1 against 3. I can do this.
And 2 of Ben's ships have objectives.
Yeah. So I have big decisions to make here.
You are not in a great spot.
No, not in a great spot at all.
I definitely think you go for Ello to try and maybe get a crit on him to make him drop that box.
Yeah, definitely go for that. Obviously, I've got the ion cannon as well, which I can do after. So there, 3 hits and a crit. There we go. Box will be dropped.
So that's the primary attack, yeah?
That's the primary attack.
Cool.
And that was a predator reroll there, so that's...
So yeah, put that as far away from Ben's ships as you can.
Yeah. So I can double tap now with the ion cannon, see if I can get 1 more damage in and possibly ionize. And it is a hull breach, so if it does go through...
Ooh, true, you do get a crit off with an ion cannon, which is interesting.
Why did I not spend the focus?
Oh,
I didn't.
don't know.
Should have spent the focus.
I
Not
mean,
that it mattered.
yeah, it would just be more ion, so it didn't actually
Yeah.
matter in that case.
So structural damage there on
Okay.
Ello, so not bad.
I mean, you might be able to quickly finish off Ello.
Yes. Which wouldn't be too bad. So
You
Ben
might
should
manage
have
to get Temmin with that bomb as well, and get at
That's
least
gonna be-
some damage on him.
that is going to be interesting to see. And
The real trouble is going to just be stopping Ben getting those last few points he needs before you can do any kind of headway into catching up.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be very, very tricky.
Like if Paige picks up one of those objectives, unless you're getting consistent crits on her, you're not going to get this.
Is this kind of time where you're like, actually, I really could do with having marksmanship?
You're in a good position with Ello. Temmin. Oh. Okay. So he will take that bomb and he will drop his objective. So Ben won't have any objective points this round. Unless he picks it up again.
So that's not too bad. I mean,
Ello's ionized, so I don't think he's allowed to pick one up. He has to focus.
He's only allowed to focus. He can't do scenario.
But I think he has avoided your arc.
I mean, there's a big
Yeah, it's difficult to tell. There is a plane in the way.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Was that a stop from Paige?
Yeah, pattern analyzer to pick up.
Oh, right, yeah. Pattern analyzer will stop.
That is absolutely brilliant. Very well played there. I like that. Well, I don't like it, but I do like it.
I mean, it forces you to shoot at Paige to try and get rid of that now.
Yeah.
Plus, I don't actually think you have a shot on the other two anyway.
No, I'm pretty sure that Ello is just squeaked out, which is a little bit frustrating.
Bomb definitely hits Temmin.
Hits Temmin. So Temmin takes a crit, loses a shield, and drops.
Yeah, put it in a position you won't be able to pick up very quickly. Nice.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of damage.
Always good. Always good to get some damage in there.
Also, I don't think Temmin currently has any of his friends or anyone target locked for M9G8.
He did have.
He had Vennie at the start, but I don't think he's reacquired a lock since.
No, because last turn he picked up the objective, and this turn he.
Yeah.
So
yeah, you have no shot on Ello, but you do have a range one into Paige.
Yeah.
It's not the best.
Not
Spend that
great.
lock.
Spend the lock, 100%.
It's a bit better.
Oh, just 3. 2 damage, no crits though, which is the
concerning part.
And I don't know if I'm not sure if I had any charges left for the double tap. No, I don't have any charges I can see because I've had to use force charges because I decided to try and be like as tiny as possible and only bring the enough charges that I need.
It's the thing, like every now and then you fire a list and you go, I don't actually have enough charge tokens for this.
Yeah. I mean, you look at Saxon, he's got, I think it's 8 charges over there for all of his things. It's quite crazy.
There's a lot on those cards, yeah.
Even these defenders have got, Jendon's got 3, and Yorr has 3 as well, I think it is, so.
Another K-turn.
Another K-turn. I mean, why?
I mean, that is a good position to be in.
Yeah.
I do think you might be wanting to try and finish off Ello before he flies off and gets an objective, though.
Yeah. I definitely think put the target lock on Ello and then potentially boost for him. But one of the hardest things is when you even if you've got a fast ship, but if you've got two ships that have similar sort of speeds to them, and you go first, it's so hard to chase because they can just go, oh, you've gone there, all right, I was doing this, but now I can boost in a certain direction to give me that extra little flick.
I mean, that's always been the bonus of our initiative pilot.
Yeah. I mean, I had it against Ben in Flight Academy with his E-Wing A-Wing list. There was just points where I just couldn't quite chase him down. Admittedly, I was, again, like here, outnumbered by him with only Captain Yorr available.
Actually,
not a bad move.
Paige was doing a bank, so okay, good call out there. Still got the bump. I guess it still would have bumped anyway, but I guess if you had boosted, wouldn't have bumped, and potentially Paige could have just turned her turret and shot you.
Absolutely, which would have been quite scary.
Yes.
It'll be a 3 dice shot rather than a 2 dice shot, but
now I'm wondering what Ben has done with Ello. Like, has he gone for a slow blue maneuver to pick up that objective? Has he gone fast? He's gone for 3 turns. He's keeping his... No, I think he's stressed. Or was I imagining things? Was that
Temmin was stressed.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Because Ello had the eye on focus.
So now it's a case of, am I far enough away that I'm safe to pick up that objective, or do I keep myself safe? And he's playing it safe.
Going safety. I mean, with the structural damage, if it is at range 3, he's losing that. That's negated there. So,
and if for some weird reason he is still in range, he's now behind a cloud.
Yeah.
So looks like Paige to take a shot.
Yeah.
Gets 1 shield.
No, I took the evade.
Oh, okay.
I debated it, but I was like, you know what? It's 1 evade. Spend it while he got it, right?
Oh, that's not a good roll.
No. I'm okay with that. Let's check the range.
Oh, no, just out.
Just outside of range 3, so...
Range 1 into Wexley, I suppose.
Yep, time
to pivot. Or do you try an unmodified shot to try and get rid of Paige's objective? I think you go for Wexley just because you can...
Just because I've got Predator, and I can't see where my lock is. But I've got...
I don't know.
My lock must be on Wexley. I've just rolled it. Oh,
yeah, you just picked up your target lock. Okay, that makes sense.
But
not the best shot though.
Not the best shot.
I mean, you took nothing from Paige.
Yeah. I mean, considering how much Jendon took in 1 turn, and I've managed to not lose anything on Yorr, the problem is I mean, this game, I can't win this game. It's now a case of how many points can I actually score.
I think the thing I'm realizing that I don't like about the Resistance Bomber is that they are a good, like, structural thing you can put upgrades on, but you almost never use the pilot abilities. Like, you've paid more for Paige to be at Initiative 5, but she's the same cost as Vennie. And so far, we've not seen Paige do her ability at all. Which I think is when you shoot your turret, you can drop a bomb.
So I'm just having a look. After you drop a device, you may spend 1 charge to drop an additional device.
Oh, that's if you can drop 2 devices.
Yeah. So it's Finch Dallow, by the way. Before you would drop a bomb, you may place it in the play area, touching you instead.
He seems like the only one that you would actually use the ability on fairly regularly.
I mean, Aiden Capel, after you fully exit a blue or white maneuver, if you've not dropped or launched a device this round, you may drop 1 device. I don't think that's too bad, actually. That's like old school bombing.
The thing is, the bomber is so big and unmaneuverable that I just don't... I don't know. I like Ben's setup for making it a big turret gun. I like this. But as a bomber, I'm still not convinced.
Just having a look at what is also quite good is Cap. So while you perform a primary attack, if the defender is at range 0 to 1 of at least one friendly device, roll 1 additional die. So that could be quite fun.
But it means you have to have devices already out.
Yeah.
Which also means you're kind of wanting devices in front of you, which means you want to have trajectories in there. And it funnels you down one very specific route.
Yeah. And as I said,
sometimes you go, okay, that makes sense. I will put pattern analyzer on 9 num.
Yeah.
But that's I don't know.
There are certain ships that do a thing in a certain way that you feed into because it just makes sense. Like, if you've got a normal defender, you're likely to put Duke on because it's going to have an evade. Or...
Sorry, does Wexley get Predator? He does.
Oh,
doesn't help.
I don't like it. Okay, the dice cam just blinked there, but there we go. Triple evades.
Wow.
Take that. Defender defending.
Just double check that range to try and take out Ello. Yeah.
Yeah, there was a very, very, very. I wish I brought a range 5 ruler with me. I mean, at this stage, Ben is 1 point away. I am not catching Ello without some serious. Yeah.
Ben did very well to focus down Gar Saxon before he could really do any damage, and Jendon went out very quickly as well, unfortunately. Ben only really traded Vennie for it in the end.
Yeah. So he's done really well there. It's unfortunate for myself.
Yorr is still flying around at what, full health?
Full health.
So it does show the defender can really stick around unless it gets absolutely boxed in.
Yeah, and you decide to take a straight on it. But I mean, this is why defenders can be scary. They're an absolute powerhouse in a dogfight. So if we ignore objectives,
even objectives aside, Ben has this.
Yeah, he's still got this.
How many objective points does he has this game? Like 4, maybe 5?
5 objectives. He's 5 objective points he's scored. 14 on ship kills.
Yeah.
And he's got Ello out of arc again. So I mean, he's living up to the channel name, which is annoying. Because I was like, come on, let me just have it. You've got this. Let me just have it. But no, he wanted to shoot me instead. There we go, spend the evade. Still no shields taken on Yorr.
Second shot.
Oh, the first shield goes on board. We're not going to see it. Well, I think there's only one other I don't think Temmin has a shot. Ello does.
No, I don't think so.
No, Temmin's out. Ello has a shot, so let's see what he can do.
Right, because he's... Yeah, so just that. Oh, true, he rolled too many dice because his wings are shut.
Yeah. But that is that.
Well flown, Ben. I mean, well flown to you as well, but there's a lot of synergy in Ben's list, and I think that did give him an advantage in those early rounds that led in his favour.
And I will say, my list, when writing it, I went with that looks cool, that looks cool.
Oh,
that looks
definitely.
Cool.
And that's another. It's 2 very different ways of making good lists. It's like, what's cool? These ships, great. They fit together, let's do it. And then Ben's gone, oh, these all work well together. Let's do this.
And you know what? That's absolutely fine. That's one of the great things about this. You can write your list how you want, as long as you are having fun at the table. And I mean, I had a great laugh. I was having a joke with Ben saying, "Come on, just let me have Ello." But I was like, you know what? He doesn't need to. He's flown it really well, and that is a solid list. And I think if I was to fly up against it again, I definitely wouldn't just send the gauntlet straight in on its own. I would try and keep everything a bit more together. But it was a really good fun game. And James, I hope you enjoy seeing bombers and resistance on the table once again.
It's a very interesting game for looking at bombers that didn't really bomb.
Yeah, saying that, the only bomb that was dropped was by the gauntlet, which isn't exactly known to be a bomb.
So you actually did better bombing than the bombers.
That means I win. I'll take it.
Sure. You win.
But yeah, no, cheers for coming along and watching that, James. Always
Yeah, no,
appreciate
good
it.
one, thanks.
And guys, like I said, we're not going anywhere. We're still going to be doing X-Wing. We are going to look at some other games. We are interested, if we do start looking at other games in the very near future, what would you like to see? We can see if we can get some of that on the channel, but X-Wing is here to stay, and I hope that you are going to continue on this journey with us. So again, thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we will definitely see you next time.